I'm bringing this forward to you, pardon me, for educational purposes only, because something is just off about this. So I want you guys to take a look. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, there's an influencer. I think he's out of Atlanta, and his 2 year old somehow got to the pool. You know, it's the same story, and she lost her life. So let's take a look at this together, guys, and leave in the comment what you think it really is.
This whole situation is absolutely insane. And the fact that the occult numbers and this video is absolutely disturbing and sickening.
Very disturbing.
But let's take a look into this whole situation before I show you this video. So maybe you guys recognize this guy, but his name is Jamal Morton, and he's known as an influencer. A lot of people remember him because in videos he's always eating something or sitting in his pool at his. Now, if you look, parenting influencer's 2-year-old daughter drowns in his home pool. Daddy loves you forever. Now, it goes on to explain some stuff in here about what had happened, but check this out.
And I also think that she passed on Father's Day, guys. Let's continue.
To the numbers because it's very telling. So as you can see here, he is 33 years old when it happened. Interesting. The date it happened on is June 21st. Now, what's on June 21st? The summer solstice. But notice his daughter also was 2 years old. As I've shown on my page, 2 is known as the magician's number because it's 1 mirrored. It's like a trick. But in Roman numerals, it's also an 11. It appears to be an 11, which, like 33, the master number. 11 times 3 is 33.
Educational purposes only.
But even regardless of the numerology that's surrounding this event, is the video that he posted is absolutely disturbing. Now, people will say, oh, it's somebody on his team. There's people trying to give excuses. If anybody put this on my page, okay, a video that I had done in the past with the pool in it, nonetheless, anybody on my team ever posted this, not only would they be fired, but they'd be catching these hands bad. I mean, bad. If you would have posted this video. But check this video out for yourself.
Yeah, she was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy. Yeah.
Fam, in the next video, we going to trial. But I want to steal 15 minutes of y'all time, man. Go over an update from a story we did less than 48 hours ago. And I'm going to be real. I don't know what's going on.
Pay attention, guys.
Everything they doing is for you. But all due respect, if it's not them, it's their team. But they team represent them. And at this point, some people already know where I'm going with this. And some people asking, fam, what you talking about? Let me break it down. So the influencer we talked about 2 days ago is facing even more backlash after posting a video at the exact same spot where his 2-year-old daughter tragically lost her life. And then come the mother. She posted the same day the situation went on. And the next after that. There was no post of the baby girl.
Did you guys catch that? The 2 posts that you just seen, they posted this after their daughter was found and dead in the pool. Let's continue.
Of course, we didn't go over it, but most of us came to the video and said it in the comments. He came out and said he wasn't home. Something don't add up here. Now, we're not here to come up with theories. We're here to talk about the facts. Now, how I was raised, just me. A lot of the stuff that's being done, I couldn't even fathom doing. Or somebody from my team having the nerve to do so on my behalf. And when you got something like that happen in a tragic event like the one we discussed 48 hours ago, fam, you know I had to bring it to you guys' attention. Not to mention, there were some family members who came in the comments and said, fam, hold fast. We've been following him prior to the time you doing your research to give us this story. There's a man who shows large amounts of cash. And I want to belittle other people's situations. Because coming from where I'm from, folks that put money first will do anything for it. But nonetheless, after giving the parents the benefit of the doubt, and then seeing a recent post from both the father and the mother on social media, regardless of who's actually behind the accounts, I can't lie, I was crushed. So today, I want to bring you guys a quick but important update. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. They said I needed to make another PSA. Listen, If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools. And one of the
Sorry,
main tools
guys.
lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck in advance if you switch over with Current. You get a full set of features like the paycheck advance, overdraft, the bill card, and more. Whether you want to build credit or a smoother way of managing your money, using my QR code or use the you done with that.
Because, like, okay, I know I ain't been there for 8 months, but y'all been helping. So the baby been getting taken care of.
What does my money have to do with your responsibility? And the fact that when you have a child, the father needs to have just as much responsibility as the mother.
Right, but we could do that without the courts being involved,
But
Mom.
how?
Because I'll give you the money. I just please, Mom, like, come on, I'm a regular person.
Like, if you guys couldn't work it out amongst yourselves, then the courts need to get involved. I don't need to get involved.
Guys, this is their skit. This is what they did for their YouTube content page. The husband and the wife of the 2-year-old daughter. They're doing a skit. This skit was made right after the daughter passed. Let's continue.
Why not you, my
I
mama?
every single thing she do. You are a grown man, and you need to be working things out on your own, not having your mama solve all of your problems.
Come on, so it's like that, Mom.
It really is. It's like that.
But I thought I was your favorite son.
I really don't know what that has to do with anything.
Cause you supposed to always have my back, Mom. Like, all you gotta do is, Mom, she like you. All you gotta do is just talk to that girl and be like, just take him out.
My thing of it is, well, I mean, how could you just lost your child. Look at her and him. How could you even be online after losing your loved one, especially your baby girl? No tears, and you guys are still making content. Let's continue. I don't want to talk too much because this is upsetting.
Come on, child support. And I promise, Mom, I'm gonna take care of my kids. But I can't do no child support,
So,
man.
even though you haven't taken care of your kids in the past, she's supposed to take my word that you're going to take care of your kids.
Yeah, she listened
I'm
to you.
supposed to put my name on the line for you. No, this not happening. You're going to go to You're going to go to court. You're going to get put on child support. You're going to pay. Everything that you're supposed to do as a father. And stop being a bum, because only bums don't take care of their kids. When a woman...
What mom calls their own child a bomb? You see the narrative here, guys. Don't let it go over your head and under your feet. You have to listen and pay attention and observe. The observation is so off. And you better believe they're being investigated. No doubt. Let's continue.
Woman is ready and willing to let you see your child, be with your child. The only thing they want you to do is to take care of them and help them and just be there as much as they are, because they don't get a sick day, but you get to run around and do whatever you want to do.
Mom, you really sound like an op, man. Like, you really sound like an op.
I know that was a long skit, but that was the mother of the 2-year-old who, of course, on Father's Day. And the
Check him
irony
out.
of that message, right? But the real takeaway I want you guys to take away from that video is the date it was posted, on Father's Day. And in 2026, Father's Day failed on June 21st, 2026. And according to the couple, that was the same day they lost their baby girl. And we'll briefly go over the details.
The
once
same
more in 60
exact day,
seconds. But I
guys.
advise you guys to check out the first video. Nonetheless, you would think they would speak on it 22nd, right? Nope. What about the 23rd? Nope. 24th? Nope. 25th? No. In fact, on the mother page, she posted every day, but not one post was about her daughter. When it came to the dad, the influencer, he didn't post for a week. But then he came back out and made another post that got so hectic under the comments, he had to take it off. Now, I managed to screenshot some comments speaking on it, because that's the only...
Look how he's dancing, guys, after his daughter was found unalived in the pool. This is insane.
The evidence of it being up. And it makes you wonder, man, why y'all doing all this posting and not nobody taking the time to post their daughter? So I analyzed the mother page once again. Okay, maybe it's her team doing it, right? She may not do dedication posts, but just 2 days ago, she made a dedication post to her husband and wrote 4 months till 2026. And I'm still in love with the man I met in 2016. But the comments was turned off. Wonder why, right? And just like her husband.
Yeah,
she would
we know
post
why the
another
comments
video,
were turned
just
off.
like her husband. In front of that very pool they claim The daughter was found deceased. Now, that's their child, but to me, that's distasteful.
Very distasteful. Does she look bothered, guys? She don't even look bothered. This is very, very disturbing. The video is gonna be over shortly. I'm trying not to put it on pause, but I have to say this. This is not a face of despair of someone who lost their child. She's making her husband lunch. Are you serious? So that he can eat it by the very same pool that the daughter was found deleted in. All right, let's continue. You know, some people really have really bad mental issues, respectfully. And if you do, please get help. 1-800 mental help. Wow. Diabolical.
Now, at this point, I wanted to check out the details again to make sure we said everything that was correct, right? Like, this young girl really drowning in the pool. And I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I wanted to check and see if the authorities made the same conclusion. Now, I know what the address is. I showed details in the last video, but I won't say it, because that's public information. But I'm not here to put anybody's address on a public platform. But that gave me a clue to search for the county to see did they make any reports on Father's Day on even a young girl losing their life, period. And there was no. So once again, I read what the father had to say. A week after Father's Day, came up with the GoFundMe, took it down, and said the following. Talking about a 2-year-old now. He quote, "I lost my daughter. She thought she was a big girl and could swim all by herself. She walked out the house and got into the pool where she drowned." Now, that was the statement he made for the fundraiser, right? Fam, what was your 2-year-old doing? Can walk out the house with the door was open? They're 2 years old. I think they could swim and get in the pool. And then, at this point, my mind racing everywhere, right? But would that make sense on why the mother ain't post nothing? And would that make sense on why it was so much backlash would prevent this influencer to take down the GoFundMe? Now, remember they said on the GoFundMe that the funeral was today? I ain't see nothing. That's why I waited.
Your daughter drowned on Father's Day. She was 2 years old. She walked to the pool. Nobody saw her, and she drowned on Father's Day. And you have 9 kids total, and you made that mistake? I'm not blaming anything on anybody. I'm just saying this situation seems very off. You have 9 kids.
Oh, they have 9 kids or had, because the little baby girl, as you know, she just passed on Father's Day. This is insane. I'm sorry, but my inner self and my womanly intuition tells me they know more than what they're telling, especially the guy, the dad.
You have experience with children, and your daughter just got up and walked and drowned in the pool. Something's not adding up to me. Maybe I read that wrong.
We also pointed out the financial situation with the house now. And he pointed that out in his statement saying he can't live in that house no more. Of course, we pointed out the large increase in trying to rent it out and things of that nature just weeks prior to this tragic situation. And sometimes, you don't want to think nobody is doing nothing, especially when it comes to their kids, right? But this man made a...
He opened up a GoFundMe, guys, after his daughter passed, and then took it down 2 days later. No, he made it before she passed. Make it make sense. Let's continue.
Post on his Instagram, and it wasn't a funeral, man. I pray to God this man wasn't lying. And to make matters even worse, I saw a video on the mother page that shows another little girl in the shopping cart. He got 9 kids. I don't know which one is which, so I can't really say that's this young girl who we speaking on from the previous video. I'm just sending love and prayers to this family, man. I hope authorities able to get to the bottom of it. Everything about this situation smell foggy. But
Yes, I say the same. I hope the authorities get to the bottom of this because everything that this says smells foul, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment, okay? And guys, please, 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 if you have a swimming pool, please do make sure that it's safety measure for kids, okay? This is why I don't want a swimming pool in my backyard because it's just too dangerous, especially if you're not going to watch kids at all times. And I don't see how if you have a family of 9 that the 2-year-old got past everybody and put herself into the pool. And I'm going to end it here, guys. Thank you.